It was England versus France at Twickenham on Saturday, in what was the final game of the 2015 RBS Six Nations Championship. The hosts came into the match knowing they would need to overhaul a 26-point difference between themselves and Ireland in order to take the title. Stuart Lancaster made one change to his starting lineup, bringing in Jeff Parling for Dave Atwood, and Harlequins' Nick Easter returned to the matchday squad, taking his place on the bench. For France, Camille Lopez was replaced by Jules Plisson. In the front row, Eddie Benarous missed out, so Vincent Dubati took his place in the starting 15. England knew they'd need a bright start, and following some good work in defence and a mistake in the French midfield, the hosts had their first opportunity. Jonathan Joseph, Mike Brown and George Ford all played their parts, and the ball eventually found its way to Ben Youngs to open the scoring with only 1 minute on the clock. Youngs with his 8th try for the Red Rose and the perfect start for the home side. On a day where every single point would be significant, conversions took on an extra importance, and Ford made no mistake with the first one. England 7-0 up. Ford would miss a penalty soon after, and on 10 minutes France got themselves on the scoreboard with a Plisson penalty. Things got worse for England 3 minutes later when French scrum half Sébastien Toulouse-Borde raced clear after the ball was spilled in the tackle and couldn't be caught. Plisson failed to convert, but France now 8-7 ahead. 8 became 13 for France soon after. Noah Nakayatasi finding space on the left after being put through by his hooker. The TMO confirming the try after the winger almost ran out of space in the dead ball zone. Plisson this time with the conversion, and England were 8 behind. If there was a time to show their character, this was it for the English side, and a Ford penalty was the beginning of a magnificent first half comeback. Soon after, Ben Youngs, back to his sniping best, broke free to start off a try-scoring attack. The ball bobbled around in the ruck and eventually found its way to James Haskell, who shipped it to Anthony Watson to dot down. The TMO again called in, but rightly ruling the ball to have been knocked back by a French hand. The ever-reliable Ford notching the conversion to boot, and things got even better for England on 35 minutes. Looking in deep trouble in their own half, Ford opted for a quick line-out which found its way to Joseph, and the Bath centre made tremendous ground before chipping through for Burrell, and at the resulting ruck, England would win a penalty. Brown tapping quickly, the ball recycled, and that man Youngs was through again for his second score of the game. Ford making no mistake with the extras. Right on half-time, England were awarded a penalty watched on by Prince Harry. Ford would have received the royal seal of approval as he dissected the posts. England 12 points up at the break. They led by 27 points to 15. The second half didn't begin as they'd have liked though. Maxime Mermoz crashing over for the visitors, and with the Plisson conversion, France were within 5. As they'd showed all game though, the character was there for them to come back immediately, and it was no surprise who was at the forefront. Scrum half Youngs making yet another break, which would lead to a try. His inside ball finding the hands of half-back partner Ford, and the Bath number 10 made it 2 tries in 2 weeks. The conversion, again a formality, and they continued their wave of pressure with another score just over 5 minutes later. Having found good field position, it was Youngs and Ford again at the centre of things. Jack Noel, this time the beneficiary. He, like Ford, getting his second score in as many weeks. There was another conversion for Ford, and England now had a 16-point lead. The momentum was halted when James Haskell was sent to the sin bin for a trip. And the French would take advantage of their extra man when Dubati went over following a lengthy break from Nakayatasi. Not for the first time in the afternoon though, England would hit back again through a try from Billy Vunipola. With another forward conversion, the hosts now held an 18-point lead, just 8 short of their target. However, in true rollercoaster style, France would get another score in the sin-bin period. Benjamin Kaiser this time forcing his way over after a powerful French rolling maul. Needing another 13 points without conceding to win the championship, Noel gave England a massive boost with 5 minutes to go, scoring his second of the match, again put through by the superb George Ford. And that man Ford held his nerve, knowing the conversion would be vital. With time almost up, England had one last throw of the dice from a line out 6 metres out. With all but Danny Cipriani and Noel in the maul, they rolled forward but came up just short, eventually losing possession when referee Nigel Owens awarded a penalty. And that's how it would finish. England coming up just short, and as a result, Ireland were crowned 2015 RBS Six Nations champions. Despite the outcome, it will no doubt go down as one of the most extraordinary results in the championship's history, and from England's point of view, one of the most courageous and entertaining performances, which will surely put them in good stead for what could be a very special year for English rugby. The final score from Twickenham: England 55, France 35.